If I wasn't doing comedy, what I would be doing today? Good question, man. I'll probably still be maybe a manager at T-Mobile. You know what I mean? It's a hard question to answer because I've been doing comedy for so long. I can't imagine doing anything else. You know, I went to school for TV film, and so I'm doing TV film comedy. So, but yeah. Where we standing at right now is Dave & Buster's, but 17, 18, 19 years ago, it used to be called Jillian's. And this is attached to Arundel Mills Mall, where the show is actually gonna be tonight with Martin at Arundel Live, the casino. Back in the day, it used to be called Jillian's. The casino wasn't even here, nothing was even here. And this is actually the first place where I started my comedy career when I moved to the DMV. So we're gonna come in here, we're gonna check it out, we're gonna check the room out and everything. So come with me, let y'all know where all it started. Follow me. Thank you. So I don't remember too much. Like all of this, it wasn't like all of this when I was doing this back in the day, but come on. Let's see. Looks right. I think I see the spot. Let me see something. I want to see if it's in this room or it could be. Let me see. Okay, it wasn't in here. It's been a long time since I've been back in here. Let me see.
Look for the party?
How you doing? No party. It was right here. This is where it was at. And they used to have a sign right here that said comedy night. And my man, Sean Jokes, used to host the open mic. And then that would be on Tuesday nights. And then on Friday, they would do the main shows. And that was hosted by my guy, T-Rex. And it was right in this room right here.
Yo, it's your boy, Sean Savoy. The first time I met Trey Elliot was at this spot called Jillian's in Arundel Mills Mall in the DMV area. It's in Maryland. And now it's Dave & Buster's. I met Trey Elliot there. I used to run one of the hottest open mics, showcases in the DMV, and this is probably like 12 years ago. When did I know Trey Elliot was first serious about his craft? It's actually when I gave him this advice. He was going by the name Trey Deezy at the time, and I used to have a nickname myself, and I was instructed by somebody that I should go by my real name, which is Sean Savoy. I used to go by Sean Jokes, and I was like, Trey, what's your middle name? And he said, Elliot. I was like, yo, that's a perfect name. I said, you should go by Trey Elliot. Next thing you know, he's taking off. He's doing all kinds of stuff. just like I predicted, you know what I'm saying? But he gets all the credit though, because it is his name. So the comedy scene at the open mic at Jillian's was electric. It had comics from New York, up and down the East Coast, everybody coming there. It was kind of like a cool melting spot. This is before social media, and Trey just took the crowds by storm. He was, you could tell he was gonna be special, and sure enough, he was. He needed his little name boost, I felt. He got the name boost, went to LA, Trey Elliot, bam.
Yeah, that shit real. Anybody got sons? Everybody raise your hand, anybody got sons? All right, okay. How old's your son?
21 and 17.
Okay, 21 and 17, how old's your son? 19. Did y'all know when y'all son started beating their meat? Did y'all know when No, I'm asking the question because a lot of y'all got, little kids, y'all don't know when they start beating their meat. I'm gonna tell y'all. The day that little nigga is not scared to stay home by himself is the day he start beating his meat. Like, son, I'm going to the grocery store. You coming now, Mom? I'm cool. I'm just going to chill. How long you going to be going for, Mom? How long? I remember that shit. You looking out the window. Wait till she turn that corner. All right, it's on. The worst is when your mama forgot some shit, came back into the house, caught your ass beat your meat. You like this? What you doing, boy? I'm just checking for cancer, Mom. Checking for cancer, making sure I don't got no lumps. I'm just...
Right, where we are right now.
All right, so right now we are in Dave & Buster's, which used to be Jillian's years ago. And this is the room that we're sitting in right now is the room where I first started doing comedy when I moved to the DMV. This is it. This is where it used to go down, man. Open mic comedy night. Open mic was on Tuesdays. The main shows was on Fridays. And this room is much different now. They used to have a stage right here and seat, theater, whatever seating. But it looks a lot different than it did 17 plus years ago. But yeah, man, this is where it went down. This is where it started. Wow. And the significance of this room is it's actually connected to the casino, which is where I will be performing tonight with thousands of people with Martin Lawrence. But like I said, when I first started, that casino wasn't there. Nothing was there. It was just a mall with the Jillians. And every Tuesday they would have an open mic comedy night hosted by Sean Jokes. And every Friday they would have the main shows hosted by T-Rex. Shout out to T-Rex. And he was the host. I had moved here from Atlanta. I went to college in Atlanta, moved here from Atlanta. And say I moved to Maryland on a Tuesday. My son's mother at that point in time told me about the comedy night they was having here. And I said, all right, I'm gonna go check it out. And I came on a Friday night and I talked to T-Rex and I said, hey man, I'm a comedian. I just moved here from Atlanta, from college. And I heard you doing a comedy night here and I want to get on. He was like, oh, you funny? I was like, yeah, I'm funny. He said, come back next Friday and I'll put you on. And needless to say, I came back that next Friday and stunk it up. I mean, stunk it up the high heavens. In this room right here is where I stunk it up. And T-Rex got on stage and was like, all right, everybody relax. It's not an easy job. It's not easy, to do this. He said, but it's even harder to do the bullshit Trey Deezy just did. And let's go back to Trey Deezy. Trey Deezy was my first original stage name. Trey Deezy. That was my stage name back then when I started my comedy journey, man. So all that, I used to take bombs in this room so many times back then until eventually I figured it out, but it used to be packed. This little room right here used to be packed, man, with people, and the shows was energetic. We used to have so many talented comedians come through this little room right here to work on their craft, man. So here I am, 16, 17, 18 years later, back to where it all started. But this time I'm coming back bigger and better, and with the person who inspired me to do comedy, man. So you can't even make this story up. The story's amazing.
What's going on? This is Bryce Person. I'm the son of Trey Elliot, who's performing tonight with Martin Lawrence. What was Trey like growing up for me as a dad? Y'all know him as Trey. I know him as my dad. He was very resourceful. Let's say that. He coached my basketball teams, coached my football team. He's a very passionate coach. It's funny, I tell this story. Whenever he picked me up, he only cooked 3 meals or 4 meals for me every day. It was either tacos, it was either salmon, spaghetti. And he had this big box of frozen tilapia just in the freezer that he would just cook every now and then. In the morning, he would wake me up and never really had any breakfast, so we'd go to Giant and he would just give me a donut or a cup of dry cereal. Then he'd, take me to school, and we was in the back of the Buick, or I was in the back of the Buick, and the door didn't work, so I had to climb over the seat to get out the front door to go to school. So it was very, very interesting, but at the end of the day, he was definitely a good dad. Like I said, we never went without anything. Definitely, some struggle moments here and there, but nothing that was too much to handle.
Yo, this is where we standing right here in front of our old apartment, and I used to watch all the Martin episodes right up in this spot right over here, and this is where he was pretty much raised on Martin.
Yep. For sure.
A lot of memories, man. A lot of struggles, but yeah. The DVDs, we had the DVDs, and play it, and that's all we would watch. Martin.
What's some good memories here?
I learned how to ride a bike over here in this area. For football, when I first started football, my dad had me watching all types of football movies, from the Little Giants to Remember the Titans, to just anything that had to do with football, even if it wasn't about playing, just anything. Then we went in the backyard and taught me my three-point stance and ran routes and things like that. So
yeah, man. So I will leave here, take a little shuttle to go to the mall where I'm gonna be performing at tonight at the casino. I would take a little shuttle from here. It'd take me to that Arundel Mills Mall where the T-Mobile is, and I would sometimes take the shuttle to go do the comedy nights because we only had one car, you know what I mean, at that point in time. So, but yeah, this is 8313. This is right over there, man. So a lot of memories, man. So but this is where he was raised, for the most part, man. So yeah.
Sure. When did I realize my dad was funny? I think as far as I could remember, he was just a funny person, like around the house or, just around, just saying funny things, quoting Martin lines or quoting different movie lines. Just, I remember one Halloween he dressed up as Otis from Martin, and just, he had the teeth in the police outfit, and he was just, I just remember him being funny just in general.
Just keep on moving, people. Let's just keep on moving there, people. Put your money up, boy, for somebody get you for your tip music money there, fire. Put it on up. Oh, my goodness. That's Tracy. How you doing there, guy?
I'm finding you, Mr. Otis.
All right, girl, you look so good. You make me want to drink you up like a strawberry slurpee.
When it came to comedy and seeing him actually performing, that was a little later in life where I started to consistently see it. But I definitely see the work that he's put in, and it's definitely, I can see that everything he's been doing is paying off.
How it felt the first time I did comedy here, the energy was there. Even though I bombed, it felt good. It felt like, when you bomb, but you want to continue to do it, that's when you know that passion is there. So it felt good, man, the first time I came here to do comedy, man. It was very exciting. It was very exciting, And to come back all these years later, it's even more exciting. It's a bit of nostalgia, sentimental, because some of the people who I started my journey with, they're no longer here, like my brother Boogie B, shout out to Boogie, So I'm going through a lot of different emotions right now being in this room, because it all started as a dream.
It's Trey and Boogie B, Boogie B. It's Trey and Boogie B. Boogie B. It's Trey and Boogie B.
When I meet a chick who like that wig, weave, makeup, I'm gonna pay for all that. I'm paying for all the wigs, all the weave, all the makeup, all the lashes. Why? Because you ain't finna quit me if I can repossess your beauty. Where you gonna go? Huh? You gonna look like a smooth volleyball by the head if I leave. I'm taking all the makeup. I'm taking the wigs. I'm out? Oh, you kicking me out. Okay, well if I'm out, these bangs is out too. Let me get these. You ain't gonna be with another nigga with the bangs I bought, I'll tell you that.
Trey the Dad versus Trey the Comedian. Well, Trey the Comedian, again, this is goofy, funny, just, get on stage, tell jokes, finessing his way into places, telling people, you know who I am, and just doing whatever he can to navigate his career. Trey the Dad is more, I don't want to say strict, but a little more, we'll have those important talks. He'll make sure that, I'm doing right from wrong, make sure my head is on straight, always asking me what I have going on. Just making sure everything is in order. Making sure that he knows my goal, he knows what I want to do, so he makes sure that I am doing what's needed to get to that point. So that's Trey the Dad for you.
And when I first started comedy, I always wanted to be like Martin. So I was Martin on stage. My voice was Martin, my tone was Martin, everything was Martin when I first started doing comedy because I didn't have my voice. I didn't know what my voice was. So I only emulated the person who made me want to do comedy, the person who inspired me to do comedy. So that's who I was, So to come back all these years later to be featuring for Martin, it's just a dream come true, man. And God is good.
What does Martin mean for me as a 25-year-old? Martin for me, very funny, very funny. I grew up, obviously, with my dad. I grew up watching all the Martin episodes. I've rewatched the Martin episodes over and over and over again. I love him, love his movies. I first met him in March when I did when I was with my dad for the first show, and it was just an awesome moment to finally get to see that person who, one, inspired my dad, but for two, that also, like I said, it makes me laugh. Martin is in my top 3 TV shows, so definitely meant a lot to be able to see him.
Who inspired me to do comedy and what comedians influenced me to do comedy? Everybody know the man who I'm featuring for tonight in front of thousands of people, my man Martin Lawrence. He's the guy who inspired me to do comedy, made me want to do comedy, got me intrigued with this comedy thing. So all goes to Martin Lawrence. And then there was other comedians along the way, after that, who I looked up to, all the kings of comedy, from Sid to DL, to Cedric the Entertainer, from Eddie Murphy, of course, back when I was watching Delirious and Raw, to Richard Pryor, to the Chris Rocks, to the Dave Chappelles, to the George Carlins, to the Jerry Seinfelds, like all those guys, Once I started doing comedy, I found, they influenced me in some shape, way, form, or fashion.
One of my favorite Martin episodes is the lottery ticket episode where, he spent all the money before he had it, and then he had to split it with everybody, and he'd had all the jacket and the motorcycle and the pool table and all this other stuff. That was funny. Another favorite Martin episode is the basketball episode where he played Team USA. The Eric Gordon you're in, Eric Gordon you're out episode. That was hilarious. That would probably be my top 2 favorite. Like I said, there's so many of them, but that's definitely my top 2 for sure.
My favorite Martin episode. What is my favorite Martin episode? Oh man, there's so many from season 1 through 4, but I would say probably my favorite one would be either the courtroom, with GTD, got the draws, man, got the draws. Like that whole episode to me, I would say it was one of my favorites. The New Jack City episode where he was doing the Nino Brown with the dog, I gotta say that was one of my favorites. And man, I would have to probably say Hollywood Swinging when he busted it with the Arundel Hill and the Jodeci and all that. I would say those are probably my top 3. And look, I say that now, and then I'm gonna be like, I forgot about this episode. I forgot about that episode. But, you know, that show was hilarious, you know. So, yeah, man.
What does it mean to feature for Martin tonight?
What does it mean to feature for Martin tonight? For me, it just, you know, it just really shows you that if you really put a lot of hard work into your craft, that dreams do come true. You know, I imagined this, like I envisioned this, I manifested it, you know what I mean? For me, it was like my comedy journey wouldn't be complete until I worked with the person who influenced me and who inspired me to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a dream come true, man. And sometimes I gotta pitch myself to make sure I'm not dreaming. I opened up for Martin for the first time back in March at the Norfolk Arena, at the Chartway Arena in Norfolk, Virginia, which was dope, which was amazing. But this right here is a little bit more special because it's at the place where I actually first started. So it means that much more to me at this location even than it did at that arena. So it just feels good, man. It feels good, yeah. Yo, this is crazy. So this right here was the T-Mobile store I used to work at. I was a manager here I started working here in 2005 and I ended up being a manager here. And when I would leave work, I would go to the Jillian's to start, you know what I mean, doing the open mic. So sometimes I would get off of work from here and go straight to the Jillian's to do a show. So this is the T-Mobile store right here, baby. It all started right here too. I used to have the customers cracking up back then. Yep.
As comedy in my future, following my dad's footsteps, I told him I had a good 5 in me. I had a good 5-minute set, so we'll see if I ever make use of that. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get on stage. Now acting, I mean, I can do that for sure. But comedy, I'll let Pops have that one.
So young Trey, so Tremaine, so I'm going to say Tremaine Person, because that's my government name. Tremaine Person, what would he say to Trey Elliot? You know what I mean? It's just basically like, hey man, you know, dream big, dream unrealistic. You know what I mean? There's no limits. Like, you know, you was a young kid at an open mic here going by the name Trey Deasy. You know what I mean? And you know, you didn't know anything about this comedy game. You just wanted to just do it. You know, you just wanted to be funny. And you had people in this very room tell you, hey man, you might want to try something different. This comedy shit may not be working for you, you know, and you take so many L's and bomb on the stage, you know what I mean, so many times, and a lot of people don't believe in your dreams or won't believe in your dreams. And a lot of people who I started with in this very room, they're not even doing comedy no more. So, you know, I would just tell, you know, young Tremaine would tell Trey Elliot, hey man, keep dreaming big, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing it right, you know?
I met Trey Elliot in Los Angeles, California. I believe it was in front of the Laugh Factory one night. He had a friend that he went to college with in Atlanta that I used to work with, and his friend told him, like, you get to LA and you get in front of Tone, let him know that you know me. So I've always been one of those guys like, yo, if you my friend's friend, then you my friend. So Trey met me from the factory. He said, hey, I'm cool with this guy. I said, well, if you're his friend, you're my friend. Got him in the Laugh Factory. We hung out that night. I think we might have went out and partied that night. And I would see him around LA on the circuit, just trying to make the moves that we were all trying to make. And I told him, you know, if he was available when I had a free slot on the tour, I would give him some dates. And I was under the impression that he was going out on the road as much as I was. There were other comics he was going out with. He was going out with Naeem Lynn. I believe he was doing dates with maybe Spank as well, Spank Horton. Maybe Guy Torrey. He was doing dates, but they were spotty. My dates are, you know, January to December. And I had an opening and reached out to him and asked if he wanted to do a few cities. And he came on and did a few cities, and he was really good. and we had a cohesiveness. His material wasn't too intrusive on what I was talking about, and we had a cool vibe afterwards because I like to hang out afterwards. And sometimes comics don't like to hang out. Sometimes commentary get back to the hotel or get back to their girlfriends, whatever. So Trey was like, "Hey man, I'm rolling with you. Whatever you want to do." So that worked as well. And then he told me later on that he wasn't going out on the road as much as I thought. I thought he was going out, consistently. He said he wasn't. So I said, "Hey, well, since I have an opening, let me just make sure I always think of Trey when I have dates." So I have a couple of guys that I take, and I split the dates with them equally, and we've been rocking ever since. And what he means to the tour, what Trey means to the tour, to the Born to Rock tour, is just I know when I'm in the green room, and this is what every headliner, this is for the young comics out there, every headliner wants a feature that when they're on the stage, the headliner can sit back in the green room and not worry that they have to clean up a mess when they get on stage. So when he's on stage, I sit back and relax because I know he's going to handle his business, and I don't have to worry about going up like, "Hey, sorry about that."
All right, y'all. Well, y'all see where it all started, the beginning. Now you about to see where I'm at right now, man. But look, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for the show. You know what I'm saying? So I'll see y'all in a few. So I found out the run of the show. We'll be doing 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Open it up, which is cool. So now I pretty much just gotta figure out what 10 I want to go to. You know what I mean? That's the hard part. Like when you've been doing it for as many years as, and you got so much material. And the hard part is not doing an hour or a material. The hard part is doing 10 minutes. Because after all this time, you had bits. You don't have jokes, you have bits, and bits are long. So now I'm just gonna figure out what I want to do and how to make my bits into jokes, if that makes any sense. So, and I just found out the run of the show about maybe 15 minutes ago. So we got about an hour and a half until showtime. Getting, getting the shirt ready, getting ready. You know what I mean? Billionaires Boy Club shirt. The purple jeans. I just called my son to make sure it's still cool to keep the tag on. He said, "Yeah, Dad, yeah." So, yeah, man. Excuse the hotel room, but it's the life of a road comic, man. But yeah. I'll see y'all in a few. Matter of fact, I want to see y'all in the green room.
Did she have outside too?
Yeah, we'll set up that.
Yeah, let's please Oh, that's it.
Baltimore, yo, I gotta say before I start the show, I started comedy here 23 years ago. It used to be Jillian's, it's now Dave & Buster's. That's where I started my comedy career here. Now, whatever years later, I'm here opening up for Martin Lawrence. Y'all can't tell me my God ain't good. I'm going crazy, yeah. I got my fiance. I don't want to say fiance because I'm going to talk about that later. Why you making time?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little nervous. Nervous the first time.
Why you nervous, guys?
This time I might be a little bit more nervous. I don't know. It's just, there's a lot of people out there. I mean, I got my friends out there. I'm more nervous about him making me look bad. That's the only thing I'm nervous about. I think it'll be alright. Friends down there was like, "Isn't it so awesome that your dad is performing in front of Martin?" I'm like, yeah, but in my head I'm like, I hope you don't mess this up. We're gonna see, but I got faith in him for sure. What do I feel being a comedian's child? It's a pretty cool feeling actually to have a parent who has like a non-conventional job. Growing up in this area, me living in Maryland, it's not a lot of people in my immediate area who have parents who are doing something at this level. So I'm being looked at as like, the just a different tier of you know, a child, you know what I mean? Being able to, and it's awesome to be able to take my friends with me as well. So take my friends to the shows, and you know, they get to see backstage, and they get to go, you know, travel when we're going places, and getting to meet different celebrities, getting to meet different people, meeting Martin as well. So them getting to be able to experience this really means the most to me, because it wouldn't be fun if I was just doing it by myself. So at least they can have those stories and take it with them as well. But yeah, it's such a great feeling. We've been endless places, you know, Jamie Foxx's house, and like we're going different places that people like me shouldn't be able to get to. So it's awesome.
I got my son here to witness this. My mama and her husband, they right there. Yeah. And y'all heard me say my mama and her husband, right? Yeah. That's how you know the husband, not my father. You know what I mean? My mom got me married when I was 37 years old. That ain't even my stepfather at this point. That's Lewis. That's who that is. What's up, Lewis? Father God in heaven, I just thank you for bringing us all together. I just want to say thank you for all traveling mercies, Father, for getting everybody to the destination safely. Pray Lord for a great identity show. Pray Lord for all the material. Joseph come up where he's supposed to come out. And, you know, I can't do this without you. And you first is everything I do. This is for everybody. Can I keep you up? This is how we do things. Jesus' name, we all pray. Amen.
Amen. Yes. Amen. Let's laugh. Let's laugh. Let's laugh, everybody.
All right, guys. Welcome again. Welcome again. And can they get to the side of the stage too, like downstairs from where we about to go?
Where are we coming with you? No, we're coming.
Y'all gonna you want to see
gonna
the
go
show?
But you guys are going to come with me.
Again, I can't see you from this side.
You'll be see. You're gonna see me. You're gonna see me, like right there. From the side with them? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alright, baby, we live, baby. Showtime is in 12 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about, man. Right back where we started, baby. This time coming bigger and better. Open mics in here. That's what it's all about. That's what it was all for a moment like this, baby.
So you're on calm, I'm not.
I got everybody. Right, cool. First time ever done.
I'll just give you the green. We go and go.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready to get your laugh on, let me hear you make some noise. You can do better than that. Let me hear you make some noise. Welcome to the Hall at Live, the Martin Lawrence Y'all Still Know What It Is tour. Ladies and gentlemen, video recording of tonight's performance is strictly prohibited. I repeat, video recording of tonight's performance is strictly prohibited. I dare you, fuck around and find out. Excuse me, you with the fake lashes. Please, turn your phone off. Thank you. Please direct your attention to center stage. Known the world over, from New Jersey by way of Los Angeles, please, a nice round of applause for Trey Elliot.
That's what I'm talking about, man. DJ brought me up to rap music. I'm like, hey, nigga, I'm 44. I don't listen to rap after 7 o'clock no more. Shit. My mama and her husband sitting right here. Yeah. And y'all heard me say my mama and her husband, right? Yeah, that's how you know the husband, not my father. Anytime you hear somebody be like, my mom ain't her husband, be like, that ain't that nigga daddy. He said her husband. My mom actually got remarried when I was like 37 years old. That ain't even my stepfather at this point. Nah, fuck that. That's Lewis. That's who that is. What's up, Lewis? What's happening, Lewis? Ain't no Mr. Lewis either. We two grown-ass men face to face. Lewis. Nah, fuck that. You take out the trash. Yeah, cool nigga like me. I said, how the fuck did I get hemorrhoids? Am I pregnant? Now, here's the thing, fellas. I'm talking to the fellas. Listen, if you ain't never had hemorrhoids before, I'm here to tell you, they hurt. Feel like fire is coming out your asshole. I said, why the fuck is my ass hurting? I ain't been in no Diddy parties. Too soon, fuck y'all. I'm telling them shits hurt so bad, I went home. I bent over, I told my girl, hey, look in there and see what the fuck is happening. I said, why is my ass coming out of my ass? Shit. Let me tell you something, fellas, about a rich girl. If you dating a girl, fellas, with regular means, you can catch them cheating easy because they can't cheat but so far. A girl with regular means, the furthest place she gonna cheat is booty. You can get there on the quarter, take the gas. When my millionaire cheated on me, my boys was like, yo, let's go pull up on her and catch her right now, man. Fuck that, let's catch her. I said, slow down. It ain't that easy. He said, why not? I said, man, because she's in Bora Bora, that's why. I said, I can afford to get the one board, but I damn sure can't afford to get the both of them motherfuckers. You're like, look, y'all, baby, we got 10,000 views right now. Look at here, my man is stroking. Baltimore, Maryland, I'm Trey Elliot. Y'all been amazing. God bless y'all.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression.
It was an amazing show. It was good to see Martin at his finest, and his opening acts were really, really good. One guy standing right here, I can't remember his name. Really good. Trey Elliot, okay. But Martin was really good. It was good to see him, and you should go see it. I forgot the name of the tour, but come see it.
I thought that this Martin Lawrence show was excellent. I had a really good time. It's my 50th birthday on today. I could not have selected a better venue to celebrate my 50th birthday. If you can get tickets to this show, get tickets to this show. Every comedian is funny.
We love you. The show was amazing, and you are incredible. Thank you.
Hey, yo, check this out, right? East Coast to West Coast. My brother Trey got next. He was doing his thing on stage with Martin. He did his thing. He killed it. Hey, yo, he got next. #1 comedian in the U.S., worldwide. He doing his thing. We love our brother Trey, yo. Keep doing your thing.
Hey, it's your girl Shea Butter. Listen, was at the show tonight with my homeboy Trey Elliot. The show was amazing. It was funny. I've been rocking with Trey for years. You don't want to miss it. If you can get to Trey, get to him as soon as possible. He's getting bigger, he's getting better. It all goes down and you are definitely gonna laugh.
He was so good. It was so good to see him, and I was cracking up so hard. The whole people on my row was laughing at me, laughing at him. He did a great job.
I had an amazing time. It was very good. I would love to see it again.
Hey, I'm so proud of my big little brother. It's been like 10, 12, 14 years that I've known him, and starting off at the Comedy Store in LA, seen him grow, seen him just be amazing, see him perform and open up for Martin in my hometown, which is Hanover, Maryland, or around this area. But I love him, and I'm just so proud of him. He's amazing.
Hey, Trey Elliot. Step back a little bit. Go right ahead. Hey, you're so fine, and the show is great. You're awesome. Thank you, Trey.
Okay, so what I want to say is, I had a good time. Everybody was funny. Thank you so much. And come back, because we love you out here in these streets.
Oh, let's go. You already know what it is, baby. Let's go.
I couldn't stop laughing. He is extremely funny.
You ate, brother. You ate. You killed it. Keep going. Keep doing it.
Thank you for Thank you for coming out.
Hi, my name is Robin, and I remember Trey Elliot when he was Trey DZ coming through in Baltimore, Maryland as a young little whippersnapper from New York, New Jersey, just trying to get his name out there in the comedy game. I'm so proud of him. This is a maturation experience for him. He is working with his idol, and this is just a full circle moment for him. I'm very, very proud of my friend and very proud of the man who he is today. I'm proud of the life that he's created for himself and the beautiful woman that's by his side. More success to Trey, and I wish him all the best in his comedic dreams and everything that he wants to pursue. I love him to death, and keep making us laugh, Trey Elliot. Love you.
Shout-outs or thanks?
I gotta shout out Boogie B, my brother, rest in peace. I gotta shout out my sister Kim. Hey sis, we here. You already know. Gotta shout out my brother Kijo. Look Kijo, hey, we about to blow, baby. You already know. Rest in peace to those three, my three angels watching over me, man. Couldn't do this without y'all. The journey continues. Shout out to T-Rex, Todd T-Rex. I appreciate you. And shout out to Sean Savoy, who told me to change my name to Trey Elliot. You know, those guys used to host the comedy night and the open mic here, and they used to give me stage time here for me to be able to work on my craft and do what I do. Shout out to Tony Rock. All the preparation from being on tour with him for the last 3.5 years to get prepared for a moment like this and for a moment to perform in front of thousands and thousands of people. I couldn't have been prepared anymore if it wasn't for him giving me that stage time, going on the road for 3.5 years. And we still rock. I gotta shout out Tony Rock for that preparation and for helping me, you know, get prepared for a moment like this, man. So, and shout out to Jillian's, AKA now the Dave & Buster's, man. You know what I mean? Yeah.